What's up, low roller roulette fools? Brent with AOB. It's been a hot minute since we did a low roller $30 a day video, so I thought we would hit it again. We're going to start out, I think we'll start out with something a little different. Instead of doing $30 for each thing like we kind of did before, I think what we're going to do is just kind of tap through them, show you how I would do it again with the highest risk going down to what I consider the best. So if I had a bankroll, as you can see, we have $300 and I wanted to make $30 a day, without a doubt, as I told you, I would go to the digital stuff because it's faster. Do I think it's rigged AF? Hell yeah. But if you do it slow and smart, it's faster. But if I were going to do live, I would do two methods. And I'll show you what those methods are. First is a method that I normally play anyway, except it's going to take us longer, right? And that method would just be 5 double streets. And I would be playing 50 cent to $1 double streets. Dollar is pretty high, admittedly. I would do it on $1 because I'm a bit of a risk taker. But with a $300 bankroll, that dollar, that $5, that could eat into it, but I feel pretty comfortable with it. So let's see how it goes. Keep it in mind, it's a 1-to-5 pay ratio. So whenever you lose, you have to win 5 times at that bankroll, at that bet amount to break even. So we're going to have to double up on it and win 3 times, or double, win once, and then come down to win again. But you have a high hit percentage. And when you're talking about low numbers like this, where, when you're talking 5,000, you've seen me do $5,000 bets with this, right? Then it gets pretty hairy. But to be honest with you, even though I know everything's relative to what you have in your pocket and it is impactful, definitely there's a difference between losing $5 and losing $500, right? So, and yeah, granted, Bill Gates doesn't give two shits about $500. I get it, but I'm not Bill Gates, not even anywhere close. I'm just saying I feel more comfortable with low dollar amounts like this going in and just grinding. And actually what I would do if I were this, I would just set it on 10 spins like this. I'd set it on 10 spins, let it just auto roll. Let's pull up our live stats here. And I would just sit there and watch it and let it go. Now, if I weren't recording, I'd put the sound on. That way you can hear it, hear the ball hitting, hear her talking, and I would be going about doing my business and just letting this roll. And every time it loses, I double up and let it spin until we break even. That's how I do it. So let's see how we do after a couple spins here. While I'm doing that, I'm in a huge heated debate with Swelly and Luigi right now. They're trying to insult me because these tasteless, immoral bastards do not like pineapple, especially on pizza. I'm sorry, that's pretty criminal. I mean, I keep thinking, okay, I can understand some things. Some people don't like certain things. I get it. And I can, even things I like for example, I love avocado. I can sort of see how someone might not like avocado. They might not like the texture. I can see how, let's take oysters or something like that. I can see how people don't like it. I love it, but I can see how people don't like it. Pineapple, let's see. It's super sweet. It's just amazing. How do you not like that? There's something, you should get checked out. So those two guys need to go get checked out. Pineapple, to me, goes with everything. I mean, I love pineapple on anything, especially pizza. That's that, because you get that saltiness with the pepperoni and the sausage. Then you add that sweet and salty, right? So anyway, I'm just putting that out there. I'm very disappointed in the crew. I'm very disappointed in them. We're going to have to be adults about this and find a way to work through this. I don't know. I don't know if we can. I don't know if there's going back, but I'm very disappointed. And Luigi had the audacity to compare, saying you don't like pineapples, or you like pineapples, but you don't like red delicious apples. Let's be very clear, because he's putting more words in my mouth than some of these naysayers on the channel. I love apples. I just hate soft apples. Red delicious, they're soft, bruisey apples. They're like, if I could compare those to people, and I told them, they're like, Red delicious, they're like millennials. They're soft, they're weak, they don't hold up well under pressure. Cosmic Crisp, Honey Crisp, right? You see what I'm saying? Those are like old school. Those are like Gen Xers, right? Tough, can handle it, do your own shit. Look at, we're all up to $6. So it's not that I don't like apples, Luigi. It's I don't like soft, mushy apples. Pineapple. I got to tell you what. You don't like pineapple or pineapple on your pizza, you're dead to me. You're a communist. You might as well be Putin's lover, for all I know. How's that? That's the best I can go. Or Kim Jong-un, right? You must be having, oh, darn. So there's our first loss. So let's watch how this plays out. You see how that takes us all the way down to $1. We're going to let it auto bet, and we're simply going to double up the bet, and we're going to play it 3 times and see how that pulls out. 3 times would be one up ahead. And you're not stuck with doing just one strategy. Remember, if you're making $30 a day, you can play $5 here, $5 there, go to a different game, play a different strategy. And I'm going to show you the second way that I would play this. We're not going to change our auto bet. So let's see how this plays out. So we got to let this run for 3 sessions. Hey, I want to do a call out. This is pretty amazing. Let me go check the updated. So not on this video because I wasn't doing this video. So now we got to do this again for 2 more rolls. I have been on the phone and on email with Google 2 days straight now. I was telling this on the normal $300 video, the 100K video challenge. Holy mackerel, they need to get their act together. But fortunately, the Google rep, she was very patient. She kept checking and kept coming back and saying that there was nothing wrong with our account, no flags, and then come back, okay, yeah, we see that there was. Because they have, right, I said YouTube's so big, Google's so big, they got to use AI, which means they have software basically going and scanning and deciding which sites are in violation. Naturally, if we're running a gun smuggling site or we are, doing something super illegal and we're trying to hide it, I get it. It'll flag it. So it flagged ours. It didn't flag ours for inappropriate content or something illegal, but it flagged our site for exaggerated claims, right? Because it saw some of the titles there that were when the time that I took $1,000 and turned it into 16. The time that we had the live session took $5,000 and went all the way up to 20,000 with it. Those are some crazy days. I should have just cashed out and never come back, right? I'd be money ahead. All right, so we got recovered and we're back down to our base bet. So 7, 8, we need at least 3 more spins. So that's 10 rounds. So we're going to come in and we'll renew it for 5. Anyway, on the phone yesterday, and then they called me this early this morning, woke me up, which I'm grateful for. I'd rather be woken up by them. I figured I'd never hear back from them again. Anyway, we were screen sharing, walking through a whole bunch of settings. Anyway, they ended up resetting something on the site. Now I was like really worried about it, but whatever they did, it works. We started getting started showing up slowly in the search results again. So that's really cool. Showing up on the home page for people that, again, my friend called me and was like, hey, I just saw you pop up, your site popped up on the search results again. I mean, before, when they blocked us, you could do a search for Roulette all on black and we weren't even coming up. Now we're showing up again. And not amazingly, I'm super happy to announce, let's see where we're at now. We crossed 27,000 subscribers. We were stuck for quite a while at like 26 or 25 and a half. We're crushing it again. We're crushing it. Right now, oddly enough, this is so funny. The number one video, well, it's not the number one of all time, but the number one currently is the how-to beginner's guide to roulette. That shows you, and I fully expect that to taper off here. You get those big booms because you get a lot of beginners who see that, then they watch it, and the audience changes after a while. But you see these things: how to transfer money to, how to transfer money, how to fund your. That's our number one video. How to do that. Our number 2 video now, or coming on, is our low bankroll, which is this series. And then our third place right now is, we're going to knock this off. And let's just leave this bet run. We got our $10. Pretty easy peasy, right? Why can't it be this easy when I'm betting like $5,000? Wouldn't that feel comfortable if you could just look at that, man? If we were betting $5,000, let's see, it took 3 spins to get 1,000. So 12, 11, 10, 9. So we'd be up, what, $9,000? Right? Is that right? 9, 10, 11, 12. We'd be $10,000 up. All right, we'd be 10 grand. We'd be 11 grand up. If only it were so easy. All right, so now we know we can keep an eye down here because we started out with $300. So that's the first way. Now the other way I really would play some of the outsides. I'm going to go with black, and we're going to go with 1. Now you can play follow the winner, follow the loser, or just pick a color or a high, low, even, odd. Don't pick the dozens. I'm not playing the dozens. We're just going to stick with black we're all on black. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so there's a loss. And what we're going to do is you have 2 choices here. We can martingale, which basically means double, right? And you can keep doubling. Like, for example, we can keep doubling. And as many times as we lose, as long as we're doubling our bet, when we finally do win, we pay off all the debt that we incurred and we come out our initial bet unit ahead. So in this case, our initial bet unit is $1. We can lose 6 times in a row and we would keep doubling. When we win on the 7th time, we pay back all that debt and we get up 1 unit. So this is one way to do it. It's a little bit safer, but can take a little bit longer, right? And that's okay. Be kind of cool if you could put in the rules like you could with auto, you know. Okay, so now we've lost twice. Look at that red run. Follow the winner is looking real good up there for the most part, outside of a real small section here. So follow the winner, but I'm just going to go follow this again. So that's the first way. The second way is you double your bet and you add 1 unit to it. Your base unit, in this case, is $1. If you're starting off with $5, you would double your bet plus add 5. No matter how many times you lose, you always just double it and just add that base unit. So if we're betting with $1, we would double it, which would be 2, add the base unit, which is a $1. Our next bet would be 3. Okay? Holy red run. This is insane. Now, the reason why this is okay, you're going to break even, but you don't want this is because in this case, we're betting, and because we're paying it back, as I explained in the how-to video, at the end of, let's say, 6 losses, when you finally do, you had to take 6 spins because you lost so many times and you win $1, right? If you double your bet plus add 1 unit, even if you lose 6 times in a row, when you finally win 7, you win $1 for every one of those progressions. So when we do win, we would be up $7. But your progressions do increase faster because you're doubling it plus adding 1. So we'd go 1, double it is 2 plus 1 is 3. We would double 3 to 6, add $1. Our next bet would be 7. 14 plus 1 is 15. 15 times 2. Wow, look at this. This is unbelievable. We got on a wrong time, huh? Yeah, as I say, I quit. A bad week to quit sniffing glue. All right, we're already up to $16, and this is why I'm not crazy. This is why people say, oh, the outs. I don't play the one-on-one bets, and this is exactly the same coverage as playing 3 double streets, which is what JVZ sent me in, and I played a while back and lost a lot of money on. This, you're playing 18. You're only covering less than half the board because of the 0, right? So we're covering 18 out of 37 numbers. So we're covering roughly 47.5% of the board. Wowzers, Batman. Unreal. All right, we'll keep going. And as many people will tell you, I've seen it in casinos where the entire board is one color. I mean, this is insane. This is a red run. Look at that. So, I mean, you just never know. It's easy to hindsight, and people say, oh, yeah, you should have gone with red, or you should have played follow the winner. And anybody who says, oh, no, follow the winner is better, period, they're full of shit. Follow the winner, follow the loser, stay on one color. It's not. If you want to be a little more adaptive and feel like, hey, I'm looking up here and I'm seeing these reds, I'm going to switch over. If you feel like you have good, I can go into that. But saying follow the winner, follow the loser, or just betting static is one better. It's not. It'll just depend on the session that you have. Okay, so that took all of that to now we're up $2. All right, so we're going to go back. We're just going to stick with the black. We're going to go back to 1, but except this time we're going to double and add a unit so you can see what that's like. And this is the second way that I would play. Now, of both these strategies, personally, I think the 5 double street is the better way to go. I think it's easier. I think it's for low bet amounts. I think the risk, even though I get it percentage-wise, no matter how much you bet, it's the same thing. But I'm willing to risk. I'm willing to have better coverage. Oh, look at this. You know what? We're not going to be stubborn about it. We're going to move to red because this is just ridiculous. All right, so we bet $1. We lost. Now we're going to double that bet to 2 and add 1 base unit. So now we're betting 3. The good news is when we win here, unlike just martingale, we come out ahead 1 unit. We will come out ahead 2 units because we're on the second progression. If we lose all the way up to 6th progression and win, we will win 7 units. The number of progressions that you're betting on, that's how many units you will win. So at least it's a little bit more risky because you're adding a unit and doubling each time, but look at that. We're going to just stay on red right now. I mean, see, this is what I'm talking about. Sometimes so we're going 6 plus $1. So our next bet is $7. So let's see how this pays off. We went 1, 3, 7. So if we win this one, we will go up $3 in profit. So that's kind of the advantage of this one over just the martingaling on the outside bets. So let's see how that rolls. Oh man, I'm so excited that our site, but I'm like on pins and needles because they released our site and then it was blocked again for whatever reason. So I'm just going to have to hope that we're able. Okay, there we go. We brought it back to red. Okay, so look, we won $3. So we should be up to $5 here. We are. Okay, so let's try it again. We're going to 1, and we're looking to get $10 here. We did $10 on the other one. We'll grab $10 here. We'll be up $20. And we've been running for only 17 minutes. I mean, when you're betting small amounts, and like I said, if you want to assure yourself of the best chance of success, bet as small as you can. If you're willing, see, I'm not willing to spend 2 hours on this session here today. Honestly, I already did it's not because I wouldn't want to do it. It's because I love roulette. I love playing. It's because I've already spent time playing the, oh no, man. We did a live session this morning with giveaways. Okay. So that was cool. We gave away, how much did we give away today? I think we gave away, oh man, 8 people. I want to say we gave away $185 today. I think. I'll have to go back and look. Maybe it's not that much. Maybe it's 125. I'm trying to see how many winners we had. 1, 2, 3. I'm showing 3 winners here, and I think I'm missing a page somewhere. Anyway, we're going to keep doing that. So I might have an evening session tonight. So if you haven't gotten on to Kick, there it is. There's our red right there. So the nice thing about this one is because you're winning $1 at every progression, it's not like the previous ones where you lost. It's almost like you won those, right? So $7. Now we reset back to $1. We're just going to stick on red. And the nice thing about this is it's okay if it ping pongs. It's okay. Look at this. Red, black, red, black, red, black, red. I mean, if you were playing follow the winner here, so for all of you back here that were saying, oh, he should have been playing follow the winner. Look at this. You playing follow the winner, 1 loss, 2 loss, 3 loss, 4 loss, 5 loss, 6 losses. Let's see what it is here. You could easily be losing number 7 right here. Let's see what happens. And you did. You just lost your 7th in a row playing follow the winner. Okay. So let's hope. So 2 plus 1, we're back to 3. Oh, I'm just so excited that our site got released again. It's just one of those things where it's unnecessary trouble and headache. And honestly, if you're listening, thank you. I am blown away that a company your large that you even have people that will actually call you. I did not expect that anyone for Google, because it's not like they post their numbers easily to see, right? It's not like that happens. You got to dig for those numbers, man. Oh, there's another black. So you would have finally gone 8 before you lost, let's say 1 loss, 2 loss, 3 loss, 4 loss, 5 loss, 6 loss, 7 loss. If you were playing follow the winner, you would have been finally on your 8th progression. So we're going to double. We're at $7 now. Now the dollar bet seems little, but check this out. 1, 3, 7, 15, right? 7 times 2 is 14 plus your base unit is 15. 31, 62 plus 1, 63, right? 126 plus 1, 127. You're already at $127, so you can see this thing can grow very, very quickly. So even at $1, that's why I'm saying I wouldn't do this bet with $1 if I truly only had $300 bankroll, because this thing can get out of hand in a hurry. And just like the 3 double streets where I said you will run into streaks almost every single time you play, you'll be going into the deep end of the pool. You'll do it here. These are all the same, covering 18 numbers. Well, not down here. These state, come on. I've said this before. The layout of your table, it doesn't even match the real table. It's dumb. Okay, so except for these outside bets, in which case if I were to play those, okay, finally. Whew. Now the nice thing is we won $1 for every step that we lost, right? So what are we up? We're up to 11. All right. We just recovered. Fairly painless, but it wouldn't have been unheard of to go back and lose a bunch more. Okay? Let's, for giggles, play Fibonacci dozens. All right? I'm going to choose this middle dozen, and we're going to play Fibonacci. Now remember, Fibonacci, don't do this for your challenge. I'm just showing you this strategy. I do not recommend this for your $30 a day. Fibonacci, remember, is you're adding the previous 2 losses, the bets that you made, the previous 2 losses, you're adding those together to come up with your next bet. Our first bet is 1, right? So our next bet is the previous 2, 1 plus 0. We didn't have a second bet, so our next bet remains the same at 1. 1, 1. Okay, if we lose this one, we add the previous 2 bets together, which is 1 and 1. Our next bet will be 2. Then 1 and 2 is 3. 3 and 2 is 5. 5 and 3 is 8. 8 and 5, right? You get it. And I told you on a previous video when I was showing these different strategies that if you're going to play Fibonacci, write down your bet and write down the progression so you can just quickly look at it and mark off and know, so you're not sitting there trying to do addition at the table or whatever. All right. Now we move up to $2. The nice thing about Fibonacci dozens is because dozens pay a 2 to 1. If you follow the Fibonacci sequence out here, when you do win, you come into profit immediately. It's a 1 hit and you're in profit, and you're not just making 1 unit. It just depends on where you're at in the progression. Okay? So these are, to me, these are the most difficult, but they're also kind of slow, and there's something to be said about slow to make sure you don't get in trouble, okay? When you go to the digital gaming, you can do what I do, which is I get happy thumb and I start doubling the bet and I get into freaking trouble. So this kind of slows you down, which is nice. There's our win, okay? So we were at $11, now we're at 13. Nice. So now we would go back to 1. And this has the same options. You can play follow the winner on the dozen. You can be static. I'm just going to be static because it's hitting nicely outside. I don't know what was beyond here. I'd have to go look at the whole history, but it's hitting, let's see, second dozen. Miss, 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 hit, hit, miss, miss, hit, 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 hit. So we're just going to stay with it. Now, I have been to Vegas with my daughter where we played this, and you do it well for a little bit, all of a sudden, no matter what you do, follow the winner, follow the loser. Okay, we're starting over again, so our bet is $1 again. We lost on the first one. We're doing our bet at 1 again. And oh my gosh. And it gets so frustrating because when that doesn't, whether you're playing follow the winner, follow the loser, or the one that hasn't hit in the longest time, we've done them every way, and every time within several sessions, you get into a situation where that dozen's not hitting. You're only covering 12 numbers, so it's pretty easy when you consider there's 30. Well, in Vegas, right? There's 38 numbers. Here we have 37. It's pretty easy to do to, miss a dozen. And I got to tell you, at least when I'm playing, and I've said this before, when I'm playing 27 numbers, my 9 double streets, or I'm playing 5 double streets, when I start having to put big money down, at least I feel a lot more comfortable because I'm covering such a huge amount of the board. When you start getting up there, let's say you start it with a $5 or $10 base bet, depending on what the table minimums are there, and you start losing and you start getting into 250, you start getting into those higher bets, 210. Let's say you start with $5. You start getting to 210. Then you're getting to 3, whatever it is, 3. Okay, there's a win. Nice. So we just profited. Okay, we bumped up to 15. All right, so that's Fibonacci does it. I'm not going to keep going, but like I said, you get in the deep water. When you start getting where your bets down the progression and you realize, I don't care how many I've lost, on this next bet, I'm still only covering 12 numbers. The chance of it hitting these, I'm on the low end of the percentage of hits here on that spin. Now you're hoping probability-wise that you can't lose that many, but on the wheel, like they say, has no memory. It doesn't give two shits what it spun the last 10 times. It's a new spin this time, okay? All right, let's get out of here because you all know. So look, we're up, We're up $25 already, and we're only into 26 minutes, and I'm just basically kind of chilling out. So if I had my choice and I was going to do it, my number one choice, you guys know me, I like dice, but I think I might be inclined to go limbo or mines on this. But let's go dice, and let's just take it easy. We have $300. What kind of bet would we do? I think if I had $100, I think I'd be looking at a $1 bet, okay? And we set the percentage at 75. That's how I do it. You can play around. Swelly does his. He really likes 70%. At one point in time when I was crushing it, I liked 60%. I was doing really well with 60%. And 100% firmly believed this is fully rigged. So, but if you're careful, I think you can see when that starts hitting and you can bail. And I know because I've lost a lot of money, but I've gotten a lot better at doing this. So I'm going to bet. When I lose, I'm going to flat bet it until it wins. Then I'll increase it. And I'll only leave it increased for as long as I need to until I recover and I can get back or I'm close to recovering. It just depends on how many times I've lost and how big my bet comes. So for example, if I lose, and I'm betting $32 and I win once, I win twice, and I need to hit it a third time in order to recover, I might just scale my bets down and recover versus risk losing a $32 one. Okay, makes sense? So I'll show you this. We're going to keep betting as long as we're dinging here. There, I flat bet. I left it the same, but now that we win, now we'll go up to 2. Win, bring it back down. And you can see we've recovered, plus we're up. So slow down. I won, double. Bring it back down. I lost. I flat bet it out. We win. Now we're probably going to have to leave it at 2 because we didn't fully recover when we lost. Just like that. Leave it, flat bet, double, lose, up. Now we don't double here. We just go up again, but now we got to watch our graph to see where we're at. 1, 2. Now this is where I'm talking about. You can hit another 8 to try to get all the way up, or I suggest, especially with low bankroll, that you at least bring it down 1 notch. And go for 2 wins like this. Bring it down again. See, look at that. Not hard. If we had lost at the $8, it would, it's just devastating. So play smart, play slow. The one thing I learned is when I start losing, rather than madly clicking the space bar to double or doing it, slow yourself down. Take a second. I lost. What am I going to do? I'm going to leave it flat, double, boom, boom. Now I'm going to bring it down. I can actually, in this situation where we're so close to a high, I'd bring it all the way down to $2. Now bring it down to $1. Save your progressions. Guard your progressions. That's what you want. Those progressions are life. Progressions are life. Nope, I almost doubled when we hadn't won yet. There, now we won. Flat bet, win. We're all the way up here. I'm going to pull this back down to 1. There we go. Back down to our space bet. We're almost up to $10 already. There. I'm going to go 16 now. Normally I would bet twice, but I'm not going to. I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to come down to 8. And I'm glad we did. Look at that. There, 32, 32. I'm going to pull it down to 16. I'm going to pull it down to 8. And I'm going to leave it at 8. Then I'm going to pull it down to 4. There we go. 2 and 1. Oh, I should have pulled it down there. Sorry, I got a little bit antsy. 2, pull it down. So slow down on your losses. Protect your bankroll. Do it like this. Now, we lost before we recovered, so I'm going to leave it at 2 a second time. Then I bring it down. Look, we're already at 10 bucks. Now, when you get on these winning side where it's hitting down here a lot, then you can rapid fire. But then I lose, double. Flat bet again, double. Flat bet again, double. Double. Lose. Double. Bring it down. There, we're already back. We're already back. Bring it all the way down to $1. Just slow down a little bit. If you slow down, you'll be all right. If you're really concerned, I would suggest you do a bankroll here of maybe 10-cent bets. That's the safest. Again, the more time you're willing to sit here and crunch it, the better. I can guarantee you're almost assured success if you were to put 10-cent bets in and be willing to play forever. Oh, we don't want to go up yet. We got to get over here. Okay, now I'm going to go down to 16. I'm going to go down to 8. 4. 2. 4. 4 one more time. Boom. Just like that. Let's go ahead and take this up to 30, if we can. It's being really difficult. There we go. But recovery, if you do it smart, recovery is pretty quick on this. But it's not wanting to let us have much here. I mean, see how often it's hitting into that area? We're covering 75%. Look how much we're hitting with this right now. It's just totally catches up to us. All right. Back down. Remember, get your base bet back down as quickly as possible. I forgot to go. I thought we were going to lose. There. Been watching this TV show on Netflix called, it's like Homicide New York or something. It's like a documentary about homicides and stuff in Manhattan, downtown New York. I mean, it's just crazy. Personally, I mean, it's a great place to just like visit if you haven't been to like downtown. If you haven't seen New York and been in like Manhattan Island and just see how busy and ginormous it is. Honestly, I don't know why people like living like that. That's just not me. I mean, ugh, you're just concrete jungle. No thanks. No thanks. Man, I want some space around me. I want some fresh air. Speaking of which, I gotta go mow my fields, man. Oof, look at this. It's being a real bear. This is what it does. Look at this. And just like that, we're at 64. So I might drop it down first. Drop it down. This is kind of how I get out of it. Bet a couple. But that's a danger. That's why you got to really go low, because just like that, we were at $64. And we're at 64 again. I'm not going to be able to handle too many of those. I'm being pretty blasé about this because, I mean, this isn't really my bankroll, but you can see how scary this would be if this were your only bankroll. Okay, we're having to make a comeback if we can. There we go. There we go, there we go. There we go. Come on. Okay, so this is not a good representation. This is why I'm just showing you at this amount what I would be doing. But like I said, I would highly suggest you be playing with maybe like a 10-cent bet, not a $1 bet, because it can add up in a hurry. All right, I don't remember what was our high here. We were close to $30, weren't we? All right, what was our high here? 25. So we're gonna get to 30. It's always easier when it's money that's completely not important. You know, you always seem to win like that. But when it's really, when the shit matters, there it is. We're at $32. So just for giggles, if we were to clear this out, let's see what 10 cent would look like. 10-cent bet. And let's I'm going to play it fast. Let's just see what the progressions would look like. Okay. Now I'm playing it fast and furious how I play. I just kind of have it on autopilot. So you need to play it slow with the rules like I just showed you on how to double, when not to double. I kind of play it by feel a little bit more. And I kind of keep an eye on my graph and kind of base my bets off that. I kind of base it off of how I feel the dice. If it's hitting down here a lot, I'll be more diligent about it. But if I feel like we're having a good 3 or 4 to 1 down here, then I'll play a little bit loosey-goosey with it, like right now, and then hit it a couple times. But you can see with starting out at such a low number, we're going to go back to 10 cents. I mean, it gives you a lot more flexibility, right? It gives you a lot more room to go. You just have to sit here, chill out, and be willing to put in some time. I wanted to see how long it takes us to get up to a decent amount. And it allows you, with such a small bet, allows you like this to stay up at 80 cents a lot longer than if that was $1, that would be an $8 bet, right? And we wouldn't want to stay up there. I mean, it's been a hurry here. We're already at $3 almost. Like I said, if you're feeling a little bit frisky, you can push this thing up to 40 cents and leave it. If you're doing really well. Look at that, left it at 80 cents. Whew. And not once so far have we been in any real danger of our bankroll busting, right? And yet, look how we're doing. So even though we've lost a lot right here, we're at a $6.40 bet, and look how much in profit we're already at. Pretty sniff. Okay, so we could carry on that. I do want to show you something. I don't recommend this again, but I just want to show you for fun. And you might have seen it, but this is an auto strategy that was given me to one of the members in Discord. All right, I call it Crispy because that's his username. He sets it at 85%. We are literally going to set this at a cent, 1 penny. Come down here and set it on instant play so it's faster. There's 5 rules on this. I'm not even going to tell you because I don't want you doing it, but it's posted in Discord. So if you really want to see it, but I'm not going to show it here because I don't want to be responsible for you, because these are dangerous, although I have a stop limit on number 4 says if I lose 7 times in a row, it stops. Let's see how this does real quick. Mind you, this is a 1 penny bet, starting bet, but it goes up significantly on multiple losses, up to a multiplier of 800 times the bet if you lose. 800%, I should say, not 800 times, 800%. But let's just give this, I'm going to let this run for 1 minute. We started at 39 minutes and 0 seconds. I'm going to let this run till 40 minutes, which would be 1 minute. And let's see where we're at the 1 minute, and we can kind of extrapolate out how long it would take us to get to $30. But if you took out all your money and put it in the vault and left, say, $10 in here or $20 in here, then you could just let this run and walk away and see how well it does. And the worst you would do is lose possibly $20. I've let this run on this, and I've run this on gold coin. 7 out of 10 times it does really well, and 3 out of 10 times it hits the 7 stop losses and stops. So who knows? We need to go on a good run here. We're coming up 53 seconds. 57. And stop. All right, so we've made 7 cents on a 1 cent bet. You know what? Let's get a little crazy here. I'm going to watch this like a hawk because I don't want to lose a bunch of money. But we're going to go with a $1, and let's see how we do. Okay, okay. Come on, keep us out of that dip. Again, if I really want to play this, I wouldn't have 364 up there. I'd put like 25 bucks up there, and that way if you lose, you're limiting yourself to 25. The rest is safely and securely in the vault. I want to see if we can get this to 30 bucks, if this will take us to 30 bucks. And I'm going to time us for a minute, see how we're going. We started at 40 minutes and 30 seconds, so we'll see how long it takes us here. We're at 25 seconds right now, and we're just hitting 30-second mark now. So we're halfway through there, and we're at $9. Let's see. We could get in a terrible, terrible pitfall here. So let's see if we can make it up to close to $30 in 1 minute. This would be a neat way to do it if you completely have disposable income. Like you met your daily challenge. You want to take the 30 bucks that you made in your daily challenge and decide to let it ride. Put everything in the vault. Take your 30 bucks and put it on something like this and see if you can let it ride for 10 minutes or something, or 5 minutes. I mean, we're already at, oh, that's 1 minute right now. So we just hit 1 minute and we're up $26. Not bad on a $10 bet, right? Again, I'm not even going to show you this one because I don't want you doing this, but you can get into Discord. It's been posted there. I normally play this with gold coins. I have 133 million in gold coins. I would let it ride, and that can contribute to your, this actually contributes to your VIP. So today, when I started today, I was at 19.5% towards my Diamond 2, and I built up 3%. So I'm already 3%. I'm going at increments of 5%. That's how I'm tracking it. When you get to be Diamond 1, they allow you to either, because every time you get to a new tier, right, you get a bonus. After Diamond 1, they give you a choice. You can wait till Diamond 2 and then get your bonus, or we can give you your bonus in incremental amounts every 5 or 10%. I said, yeah, give me my bonus every 5%. And it kind of gives me a little thing to work towards every day. All right. So far we're kicking ass, right? Easy peasy. So let's go. I like the dice. I like how we were doing it. Low and slow, 10-cent bets. I bet you can get your $30 if you play it. I bet you could get there in about an hour, hour and a half if you went to 5-cent or 10-cent bets. I bet you could do it very consistently. Limbo, basically, it's the same exact thing as mine. We're going to go 1.30 multiplier. And again, I would suggest you go with a very small amount. I'm going to go crazy just for demo purposes. And we're going to go $1. Even if I had $300, me knowing me, would probably play, but I suggest you do 10 cents, okay? Try it with 10 cents. And I do the same thing. When I lose, I flat bet out of it, then double, then come back down. This is the exact same strategy as what we just played with dice. So I lost, I flat bet, increase, bring it back down. Flat bet, increase. Now we need to do a second one and then bring it down because we lost twice before we recovered. There's 2 losses, 3. Now I'm going to bring it up. Now we're going to have to stay here for a little bit longer. I'm watching this graph. You see that? And now we're close to recovery. I'm going to bring it down to $1. Lose, lose, win, win. Easy peasy. Love this. All right. We're cruising. It won't always be this nice. Trust me, when it decides it wants to tear you up, it will tear you up. I don't even know why I went to $2 there, but just getting antsy. I got to go install a banister for the railing. When we remodeling upstairs, I took off the old banister down the stairs and ordered a much more, it was like an old wood one, and I want something a little bit more modern with sort of a black kind of a cast iron look to it. So I got to go install that bad boy. It's going to be a pain because the studs don't line up, and those metal banisters, the anchors where they go under the wall are at fixed areas. You can't move them to match a stud. So, and I don't want to install a board against the wall first and then I want it to go directly on the wall. So it's going to be a little bit challenging. And you can't just put sheetrock screws in there for a banister railing. Can you imagine if someone starts falling down the stairs, they grab it and the whole thing just pulls out of the wall? Look at this. We're already at $18. There we go. There we go. 2 losses. I'm going to bring it back down to 16, then 8, then 4, and 1. You can see how fast that escalated, though, in a hurry, right? All right. We're getting to 5. We're getting to 30, and no problem here, man. Oop, I didn't mean to double it. So sometimes I forget. That's okay. I go out of order. That's why I say slow down on these. Like, we just lost 3 times in a row. Now slow down. Pay attention. We lost. Flat bet. Increase. Increase. We're going to leave it there. Now we're up back in profit. Bring it back down. Just slow down. Don't be in a mad rush. Trust me, I know. I've lost my ass that way. Okay. There we are. And there we are. $30 right there. Boom. Done. All right. Let's clear that. Now, you will notice if you play enough, I personally think that when you reach certain numbers of games and wins, I personally think, and our team has had disagreements on this, I personally think they are monitoring, because it's all digital behind the scenes. I think they're monitoring each and every account and can nerf the accounts based on the counts, not just a global setting that they go in. Global, I mean, it affects everybody. So I don't think they just go in and Swelly believes that they just, on certain days, they globally enter in a number and nerf people's abilities to win. I think they do it on individual. It may also be on a global case, but I think they do it. Okay, so we're coming here. Same thing holds true. Put in the lowest amount you're willing to play. I like 3 mines. I just hit random because I just don't think it makes a difference whether you pick your own tiles. I like 3 and cash out. That's just me. So you can see we only made 5 cents here, and that's what I'm saying, but you're risking so little. If you're willing to sit here and just grind, I guarantee you will make money. Guarantee it. Because you can afford, anytime you can almost, in any like roulette or whatever, if you have the funds to do so and the ability with maximum minimums to martingale endlessly, you will win. That's why the casinos put table limits on them. So in this case, with such a low bet amount, they have a fairly high bet amount here. You have that ability to almost endlessly double up your bet. All right, look at this. Okay, we can double, no big deal. Now we lost 20 cents there, so I'm going to watch the profit down here. I'm going to watch the profit. See, we're up 11. We were down 22nd. And I'm going to go until I get to recover, and then that's when I'll cash out. Okay, cash out. See, now we're up here already. So you can see it didn't take me long. You get to $1. It's going to take you, I think you could do this in under an hour, especially when you start getting good. But let's go up to $1, which is where I'd be. That's how I play it. I'm just a little fast, a little bit loosey-goosey. We played this earlier, and I got my butt kicked on live. It was terrible when we were live streaming. I mean, oof. It was, I think, 4 to 6 times in a row, it hit us on either the first or the second tile. It was in it. I mean, I'm like, if that doesn't show you that this is completely rigged, I don't know what does. But you can still win. You just have to be willing to slow down. I mean, look at this. We haven't gotten into too much danger. So I like the $1 bet. You do what's comfortable with you. I like the 10-cent bets for those of you that all you have is $300 and you want to be very conservative. I like the 10-cent bet. All right, we're going to double. Now we lost $1, so you're going to keep an eye on this spot right here. And as soon as you get to close to $1, you're going to cash out, which is 3 tiles. We didn't get it. Now we got to win $3. There, close enough, 285. Then we go back down to 1. Again, you always want to protect your progressions. Look at that. We're just playing easy like a couple of pals. Done. We're already up to 620 on this thing. We're going to go to 10 and stop. All right. Now, I did this in one of the earlier ones. If you want to get gutsy, what you can do. All right, let's get our money back. We got to hit 1, 2, 3. 96 cents. We're close enough to recovery. Better to go back down to your $1 bet. Cash out. We're at 855. A couple more. I mean, we're hitting 50 cents almost every couple, right? Every couple seconds, we're hitting 50 cents. That's awesome. I mean, 50 cents every couple seconds, right? If you, let's say it's 5 seconds and you're getting 50 cents, how much is that an hour, right? I mean, think about it. Remember I told you, don't think about how much you're having to spend. Think about if you did this per minute, what's the equivalent in the hourly rate to that? And you'll go, damn, this is pretty good. So break it down like that, and then you'll see truly what it looks like. So if we're getting 50 cents every 5 seconds, that means 50 cents times 20, right? 10 bucks? Is that right? 50 cents? No, 50 cents times 20, yeah. So if it's, if we're doing, that's 50 cents every 5 seconds. There's 20 of those every minute, right? No. 50 cents every 5 seconds. 5 seconds is 12 sessions times 50 cents. That's $6 a minute. Okay, $6 a minute. $6 a minute times 60 minutes is how much an hour? Woo, that's a lot. If you can keep it up, obviously. All right, we're cashing out because some of those you'll have to be recovery, right? So you're not going to always be making that much. But if let's say you can average 25 cents, that's $3 an hour, $3 a minute times 60 minutes, that's $180 an hour. Where are we at? 12? All right, that's all right. Expect it, accept it. So yeah, calculate it based on a minute wage and then extrapolate that out. And you'll be like, this is pretty good considering I could either be doing this or I could be doing a real job that I hated where it's actually tough. Or you can sit at home and do this on your laptop or sitting outside on the deck or anywhere you want in the world. Okay, cash out. We almost recovered. I'm actually going to go down to $1 again. And maybe I'll do a couple extra. Oop, bad idea. We already reached our 10 bucks. All right, look at that. All-time high. Okay, so there's that one. Easy peasy. Again, I recommend 10-cent bets if truly you're at $300. If you're even lower than $300, bring it down even further. Oh, but what you can do, and I was going to tell you what I've done last time is, now that we're up 12.55, let's just say we're up 12.55, and you're feeling pretty good, and you did this all in the first 5 minutes, so you're way ahead of the game. Maybe, just maybe, oh, excuse me, not 25, you want to let it all ride on one time, and you can hit play. Expect to lose it. Cash out. Look, you just made $5. Maybe it's worth the risk for you. Now that you made $5, now you can cut this bad boy in half because now you're almost playing with house money with that extra $5. There. So we lost, but we didn't lose our original bankroll. So then you can try it again. Oh, but then you lost. Now you got to start all over again. So that's the risk. But oftentimes I've done that and I've been able to just run it up that way. It's a great way to do it. Cash out. Oop, boom. I normally play with 25s on these days. And I cash out on 3, just like this. The results will be exactly the same whether it's 25 or not. Anyway, there we're at. Okay, let's see. Do we have anything left here? We've kind of kicked ass on every single game we've gone, from live roulette to dice to mines to limbo. We'll do Dragon Tower just for shits and giggles, but I'm really going to be taking this off of my favorites. I mean, it's a bear. So let's just go with $1 and see what happens. So this is how much we win. This is the same thing. I recommend 2 tiles and cashing out, because it's actually really difficult to get 2 tiles oftentimes, or even 1. See, look at that. Double it up. Cash out. We actually got our profit back plus made 48 cents. You got to be prepared to get this thing hit like that, like 6 times in a row. I mean, this thing can be brutal. Cash out. All right, we're way up in advance. And I don't even think we had to go that extra tile. I think 2 tiles is where you should go. All right, because I didn't double up our money. Oops. Look at that. 3 in a row. Woo! I wouldn't do that. Like I said, 2 and you cash out. Let's go back down to $1. Because getting 2 is tough. Look at this. Bull pucky. There we go. At least we got to haul high there. Double it. We're looking for 2 tiles. Cash out. We just made 48 cents. Oh, man. That's why I don't like this one. This one's nuts. All right. We're almost back. So I drop it back down 1. Oof. I wouldn't have gone 3. Go 2. I'm just kind of playing around at this point. Oh, man. I cashed it out. If I were Max, he'd keep going all the way up until he loses. But anyway. All right, look at that. We made another 13 bucks. Pretty easy, you know. I think that's about it for today. On the next series, I have some ideas of how we're going to approach this that I think are that will be even safer for you to protect your bankroll. So I have some ideas. I want to bring those in. What I'm going to do on the next series is I'm literally going to play exactly like I would preach if I only had $300. Exactly. And then I'll probably do time lapse. I'll fast forward it so you're not having to sit here, because it might take a while, especially since I believe you should be betting around 10 cents for a $300 bankroll on most of these things. Oh, you know what we haven't done yet? Just for fun. Let's go to roulette. We haven't played our digital roulette. So on this one, same thing. What I like playing on this one is we come up here to pennies. Right here, we select a penny. And we're going to go 10 cents on high. Now you can pick any of the outside bets. Traditional outside, we're just going to double it. Come down here, turn off animation so you can just see that. Let's go. And we're going to double on losses. Oh, there's only 9 cents. There's 10 cents. I do the same thing. I flat bet till I win, then I double, then I bring it down. Look at all those losses if we've been doubling all those up. Look at this BS. This is the one I hate the most. This is the most sus of all of them. Anyway, so there's that strategy. Now the one I really like though is the let's clear this all out. Is same as doing 5 double streets. So we're going to cover inside the goalpost, which means I call 1, 2, 3, 34, 35, 36 the goalpost. We're going to cover inside the goalpost. It's the same as covering 5 double streets. On losses, we're going to double. Okay? On losses, we're going to double. So play. Now we're going to double. Bring it back down 1. Double. Bring it down 1. Bring it all the way back down to base bet. I forgot the double. There we go. Double. Bring it back down 1. Bring it down 1. I'm going too fast. I'm going really fast, so I'm not really paying attention as much as I should. So this is my least favorite. I'm just showing you here. It's not bad, but I feel like for whatever reason, their digital roulette is the most gamed, rigged of all their... But we're doing pretty well. We're already up $3 almost. We'll go up to 5. How's that? And we'll call it a day. There it is, $5, just like that. Pretty easy, right? I mean, I think it's pretty easy. Remember, disposable income, people. Lower your bets really, really low. If you do that, slow yourself down, pay attention, don't do it eyes. But in the next video that'll come out probably later this week or maybe early next week, I'll slow things way down. I'll play it exactly the way I were you. Right now, I'm just trying to demonstrate so you can kind of get in there and get your feet wet. But I will definitely take the time to do it exactly how I play. And we will see just how long it takes to get to $30 with probably I'll be doing 10-cent bets. Let's time it. Let's see it. And I'm going to do that over the next couple of sessions so you can get a real idea of what exactly that looks like and if it's possible or not. Anyway, be good humans. Be good to each other. Be good to yourselves. It's not that hard. And we will see you next time. Cheers.